Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. You join me today. I'm at an abbey, Polesworth Abbey, also known as the Abbey of St. Edith or St. Edith, however, wherever you read it. It is in a town, so there is going to be a lot of people around, I believe, as the morning goes on. There's a lot of school children on the way to school at the moment, so hopefully that'll settle down in a bit. But yeah, what a place this is. Let's check that out. The doors are open, so I'll play it by ear and see how it goes. I might see if I can get inside and video a little bit inside. I'm seeing in the distance there's some what looks like newer graves, so I assume there's still some burials going on here. But obviously I'm interested in the older graves. But this abbey was home to nuns, I think it was the 11th century. Parts of the abbey still intact, but obviously the majority of it has been rebuilt. And allegedly, the ghost of St. Edith or St. Editha haunts this place, and she also haunts Tamworth Castle, which is close by. I read the story a while ago. I was reading up, and it said that the nuns were banished from here, and I believe it was St. Editha who actually attacked, or maybe killed, somebody in Tamworth Castle, or she put a curse on them or something like that, demanding that the nuns get reinstated here, and then there were. But it was, I say, it's around about the 11th or the 12th century. But St. Edith, she's known to haunt this place, and she's also known to haunt a particular room inside of Tamworth Castle, and she's known as the Black Lady. So let's see if anything comes up today, hopefully. With the people passing by through here, as I say, hopefully it settles down. I'm going to try and find a little sweet spot where I'm hopefully not going to get disturbed too much by too many people passing by. Good morning, spirits. Good morning, spirits of St. Editha or Polesworth Abbey. My name is Dave. I'm here to communicate with anybody that has passed over in the spirit world. I'm in search for the paranormal. I'm here to communicate with you today. If there's anybody that's willing to come forward and communicate with me, that would be fantastic. I come here with a full respect for anybody that has passed over. I mean no harm to nobody. And I also wished to not be harmed myself. But if any spirits want to come forward, I'm wearing a device on my chest. It's a microphone. You might not understand what that is, but it'll pick up your voice if you come close to me. More often than not, I hear the voices come through when I get back home and I go back over the recordings that I'm doing. But it'd be fantastic if you could speak to me in a moment. That way we can have a conversation. I'd like to know about your life. I'm particularly interested in the nuns and how you spent your life here. So if you could come forward and communicate, that would be brilliant. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to have a wander around, get a feel for the place. And if any spirits that do want to communicate, you have my full permission to come and follow me. This grave here, 1850. So straight away I'm seeing graves of the 1800s. Oh, there's a girl buried here. She's only 1 year old. Are there any spirits with me? As I say, feel free to come and follow me, come and walk with me. The spirit or the ghost of it, St. Edith or St. Editha. Would you like to communicate with me? Are you here with me this morning? Are you at the castle waiting to haunt any visitors that visit there today? As you can see, guys, the pathway that I've just walked along, there's people here cutting through this graveyard. There's a pathway, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too busy with people. Had I known that was the case, I would have probably come here really early. But 8 o'clock in the morning is early enough for me. So in the 1980s, 1990s, 1995, 88s, 1922s, so it's all mixed up here, but they're all fairly recent in respect of the very old ones. Good morning. Have you got an itch? Hello. How you doing? I'm sorry I've got no food. How you doing? You're a little cutie. You got an itch there? Is that your mum over there? Oh. So spirits, please come forward. Come and talk to me. As I say, I'll introduce myself again. My name is Dave. I'm in search of the paranormal. I'm out to prove that the paranormal exists, and that can only be done with your help. Well, you're never going to be able to read those gravestones, are you? This one, 1870, 1869. So yeah, there's a mixed bag of ages. I think the earliest I've seen is 1850. So I've yet to find a graveyard with older graves. I'd love to find one, 1600s and going back further. But I would imagine this day and age, those would be the old abandoned ones, which I have been looking for, but currently with no success. If anybody knows of any abandoned old graveyards that are not a million miles away, let me know. Well, I'm having a gut feeling that this section here that I'm at is the older part, which is closest to the Abbey. Obviously, the newer graves are way over the back, but I'm getting a good feeling that this area would be the better part to do an investigation. Unfortunately, just here is a pathway where people are going to come and go. But we'll see how that one goes. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this bell. The bell that's never been set off yet. I'm just going to pop it on this grave, on this headstone, should I say. And if any spirit has the energy or the power to do this, please do tap the bell. Just like that. Let me know of your presence. So I'm going to run the spirit talker and let's see if I can get anything relevant anything relevant to this location. Spirits, are you here with me? Like I said earlier, I'm here to communicate with the spirits that have passed on. I'm here to contact anybody that is willing to do so. Can you prove to me that the paranormal exists? Could you please come forward? Maybe say
3 children here.
3 children here. Well, it's funny enough, I did see children pass through before, but they're living and they're on the way to school, I assume. This place was a residence of nuns back, I believe, in the 11th century or the 12th century. And you have a connection here with Tamworth Castle. And there's quite a famous nun known as St. Editha, or some places document her name as St. Edith. So if the name comes forward Editha or Edith on this device, I'll be impressed. Is there a spirit willing to come forward to tell me their name? Doesn't have to be that particular nun, but it would be nice. Anybody else that's connected or resting in this place? Is there anybody here that's unhappy? I would imagine there'd be a few nuns here that are unhappy.
Carriage.
A carriage. Well, they would have used carriages back in the day, I would have thought. But I don't know how the nuns would have travelled back and forth. Horse and carriage. There's horses in that field. But I can't see a carriage. Well, I would imagine there would have been a few nuns here that would have been a bit unhappy, a bit disgruntled about being banished from this abbey. However, you did get reinstated at the price of somebody's life. Is it true that St. Editha ended a person's life, or I may be wrong, or was it true that St. Editha put a curse on somebody in Tamworth Castle? You have been known to roam between the two places. It would be brilliant if you could... Blight. It would be fantastic if you could manifest yourself here today.
Scar. Laughter.
Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me trying to attempt? That's got to be 9 a.m.
Don't go down there.
Don't go down where? I've just been down to the bottom. So is there a part of the graveyard that you don't want me to go to? And is there a reason why? Is it because I might capture you on the camera and then I can show the evidence to people around the world, or at least people who watch these videos? If you did that and you come forward and showed yourself, I could prove to a lot of people that don't believe in your existence that you do exist. Five, 6, 7.
Crocodile.
Now, crocodile is irrelevant, I'm sure. I have had that come up in the past. However, the graveyard that I did have that come up, somebody messaged me about a child that used to play with a toy crocodile, funny enough. So it kind of felt relevant at that time. So, and funny enough, it was the Tamworth area, but not this place. Like I said, when I switched this device on, I was asking any spirits if you could make this relevant. Relevant by name, relevant by location. Also, don't forget the bell. If there's any spirits strong enough, just tap the bell.
It watches from the dark.
It watches from the dark.
Anomaly.
Yeah? Well, it's not dark here, but are you in a dark place? Are you trapped in purgatory? Did you not go to heaven? Are you still in the dark? Which is what I believe we're in right now. Life. Because it can't get any more darker than it, well, I say that, it probably will, it changes every day. But yes, that's sort of sliding off the topic. You're watching from the dark. Does that mean you just come out at night time? Or as I say, are you trapped on a plane where you can't escape from? Is that spirit in need of any help to maybe move on? Because if you see any light, maybe you could try and approach that light and you'll see a better place beyond that light. I tell you what, this graveyard that I'm in,
I feel very lonely.
you feel lonely? Well, come forward and talk to me. If you want to show yourself in front of me, we could have a little conversation so I can see where you are. But if you don't have enough energy to do that, if you could still come forward and talk to me, there's no reason why we can't talk together, have a little conversation, tell me about your life. Tell me what it is that you did here when you were alive. What did you do for a living? Are you connected with the Abbey? Or was you a religious person?
My death was horrible.
Well, I can imagine back in the day that the deaths weren't pleasant. Could you tell me what it was, how you died? Did you die of natural causes? Or did somebody end your life in a horrible way? Would you be able to tell me this? if you could tell me how you died, it makes this conversation a little bit more relevant, so I know that you're trying to communicate with me. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, this graveyard here, it feels so peaceful. I don't feel weird, I don't feel eerie, I'm not freaked out. It's quite calm. But unless something wants to catch me off guard. I did look into the...
Cold.
Yeah, it is a bit cold this morning, although not as much as it has been recently. I did try to see if this graveyard was haunted in any way, but it just keeps going to the Abbey. I mean, I'm sure that the grounds will be haunted. As I say, most graveyards usually are. But I just sense peace. I don't know if that's just because of today. I mean, there is no wind, there's no breeze. And it's very calm, and it feels quite, you know, apart from being cold, it'd be quite a nice day. But I do feel where I'm stood is sort of the better part.
Lake.
Well, I don't see a lake, but beyond where those horses are in that paddock, there is a river. But I don't know if there's a lake around here. I know there are lakes around here close by. Anybody that knows Tamworth area, and this area happens to be Polesworth, knows there are lakes nearby. There's also the Kingsbury Lakes. But any spirit, are you connected to the lake? You said that you died of a horrible death. My death was horrible. You didn't happen to drown in a lake by any chance, did you?
Watch yourself here.
Now, why would I have to do that? I'm more concerned about the living than the dead.
They take other forms.
Okay, so there's a chance that I might see something, what I believe could be a living person, and it might not be. It could be a spirit. Am I right in assuming that? Oh, about an animal. Would it take another form of an animal?
Secret.
See, can you not share that information? Is that a secret? If you can't show yourself in the spirit form as a ghost, could you show yourself in another form? Are you talking about an evil entity? Is that what this place, does this place hold an evil entity? I would imagine there have been a few disgruntled nuns, as I said earlier. Now, St. Editha, I don't know too much about your life, but when you and your nuns were cast away from this abbey, you would have been very, very upset, very angry. Did that change the path of your life? What I'd like to know, lie, is that a lie? It's not like I'm telling a lie, it's just what I'm suggesting, that's all. But when the nuns were reinstated back into the abbey...
Cyanide.
Cyanide, okay. Now you're being a little bit of irrelevant, aren't you? When the nuns were reinstated back in the abbey, did St. Edith join, or did she pass on? Would you be able to come forward and tell me this? You know, a few moments ago I said I felt peace and it was all nice and stuff. And it's pretty much still that. But I'm just a little bit feeling not nervous, not on edge, but just not the same as I was before. I mean, you know, I'm not scared. Anticipation, I think that's the word I'm looking for. I'm anticipating something or someone to approach. Would somebody be able to do that in the spirit world? Behind me, beside me, by the bell? You know, if you tap the bell, I know you're there, and then I can ask you a question and you can tap the bell for a yes answer.
We like the dark.
When you say you like the dark, do you just prefer it if I came at night time? Or are you a dark spirit? In the sense of you're not a very friendly spirit. I've asked this device that I'm holding, well, I've asked the spirits to communicate through this device that I'm holding to come forward with a name. And I've not had a name. So could you make this relevant, please? If you don't want to tell me your name, how about tell me my name in this device? My name is Dave. Say my name in here.
Cyrus.
Is Cyrus a name? Was Cyrus a Greek god? That I would have thought had no connection to this place. Right, I'm asking for a name. If not, I'm going to turn this device off. Could you give me your name?
What are the lights?
The lights. Well, the lights on this device that I'm wearing is showing that it's switched on and it's recording. And the lights on my camera is showing that it's switched on and recording. And I've got a radio antenna of a microphone connected to my camera with the lights going up and down as I talk. So every time I talk, the lights come on. I hope I explained that to you in simple terms. And the light on the device that I'm holding is just the display of what I can see. So I'm asking again if you could come forward and tell me your name, please. If the name Edith or Editha comes through on this device, I'll be very impressed and happy. But any other name,
You are special.
well, thank you, but I've had that before, so I'm thinking that's probably just the word bank spitting out the words. So you're not going to come forward with your name and tell me what your name is. So I'm going to turn this device off now. You've had your chance to come through on this device. So now I've turned that off. So what you can do now is talking to this device that I'm wearing here, or whisper into my ear. So guys, I thought I'd bring out the obligatory spirit box. So I'm calling for any spirits that want to come forward and communicate through this device. Maybe this device is a little bit easier for you to communicate through. If you could come forward and say something relevant, preferably hear your voice over the top of this aeroplane that is annoying me. Hopefully that'll pass by soon. But if any spirits could come forward and come through and talk through this device, that would be fantastic. Did you just say why? It's so I can communicate with you. We can have a conversation. I want to hear about your life. The other device suggested that you died of a horrible death. Would you be able to tell me through this device how you died?
Strokes up and down
Strokes up and down. Is that connected to the lake? I thought I heard voices out the coming from the side here. A couple of dog walkers giving me a funny look. What the hell is he doing? So the spirit of St. Edith. Is it saint? No, you're not a saint. You're a nun. I was getting lost in my thoughts there. Are you just a sister? Edith or Editha. Could you tell me your name in this device, please? Say your name. I just said no. Edith or Editha, which one do you prefer? Are you an angry spirit now? Or was you happy that the nuns were reinstated at the Abbey? Would you be able to tap the bell for me? I'll knock it off the grave. Oh, just so. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Just somebody wandering through reading headstones. I just saw a figure, and then, you know. Come on, spirits, please come forward and communicate through this device. Tell me your name, tell me my name, so I know that you're here with me. Could you say the word none? Or Edith? Are you okay with me being here?
18 plus, subject of common answer. Hope you have a fab weekend. I mean, Leicester never. I'm not able to.
Like I asked before, are you okay with me being here? Or do you not like it when people come here to try and communicate? Do you just prefer people just to pass through? Can you make the atmosphere change? Why don't you not come and stand next to me? Ooh, that's cold. This is cold here. I'm standing in a very cold spot here. So are you stood next to me now? This area I'm stood in here is very cold. Or is it just coincidence? Did you just say my name there?
Fantastic.
Well, as always, I'll get my headphones on that and see if there's anything. There's a few words and phrases that came out I thought were kind of relevant. But yeah, I'd be interested to go back over that. But here, this is very cold here. That's cold. And this is just as warm as it is today. But that's... But if there's a spirit that's nearby, please, in some way, let me know of your presence by words, whispers, giggles, laughs, scream, shout. Pull on something that I'm wearing, tug my clothing, tap the bell. Would you be able to tap the bell in my hand? All you have to do is just tap the top of it. Could you do that for me, please? I'm not demanding, I'm only asking. But if you have the power, the energy to do so, to please have an attempt to tap the bell. Or have you exhausted all of your energy trying to communicate through the other devices? Or is there simply no spirits here? I mean, it does feel a quiet place. Quite peaceful. Now, I normally get a little weird feeling and eeriness when I come to graveyards and stuff. But as I say, this one feels quite peaceful. Maybe it's just a quiet place. However, every story I've read on this place says it's haunted by the spirit or the ghost of Editha, the nun. Like I said, do you prefer Edith or do you prefer Edith? Editha. Tap the bell. Come on, Edith, tap the bell in my hand. I don't think that's going to happen. So, I'm thinking this place might have a different feel at night time. I don't know. Unless it's just a certain time of day. The hell was that? But yeah, it's a nice place. But I feel today I don't think I got a lot in the way of paranormal, I guess. It would be fantastic if I got a few disembodied voices and if I've picked something up on the spirit box. I feel the spirit talker was a little bit irrelevant. But I'm curious about the part that it said it shows itself in other forms. So in what forms do they show themselves? Because a powerful spirit, well, is it a spirit in other forms? It's more, you're normally looking through down the demonic side of things, if a spirit can show itself in another form, but I don't know if this place is connected with anything in that way. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so. But you never know. So come on, spirits, if you're here with me, come follow me, walk with me, talk with me. And if a spirit can show itself to me, that would be fantastic. Like I always say, if you are going to show yourself, please make sure it's on this camera as well, that I can go over the footage and analyze everything. Oh, look at that. 1 day old. Born the 24th of May 1968. Fell asleep the 25th of May 1968. 1 day old. Oh. "11 weeks old." I mean, I have seen quite a few small headstones, but I didn't realise there was a lot of children here. There's a military grave here. This one here. So 1882 to 1883, maybe. This one here is a child, 9 years old. Man, what the hell's going on here? Okay, let's have a look at this one. Oh, this is military. As you saw, guys, earlier when I came here, the door was open. I was going to try my luck to go inside there, but they've locked it up, so it's not accessible. That's a bit of a bummer. Well, guys, I think I'm going to bring this video to an end now. It's been interesting, and I'm curious to see if there's anything being picked up. It'd be fantastic if I have picked something up. So I guess we'll find out when I edit this video. So anywho, thank you all for watching, guys. Thank you all for those who've subscribed. I do appreciate that 1,000,000%. Thank you so much. Also, if you give the video a like, it helps with the algorithm, hopefully helps to push the videos out there. Don't forget, subscribe if you're new, and hit the post notification bell. And if you care to do so, share the video, and you know, push this video out further for more people to see. So I hope you enjoyed it. And with that, I want to say thank you all again. I keep saying thank you, but I do mean it. And stay safe, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. Bye for now.